Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of September of 2013. And September was a crazy month. There were a lot of new releases that I was very interested in. So I made the extra effort and got a bunch of new releases that came out on September. So without further ado, let's just get started. And the first game that I want to talk about is Puppeteer for the PlayStation 3. Which I already did an impressions video on this, so please go and check it out because this game is fantastic, and I go in depth as to why this is a must-have if you own a PlayStation 3. But basically, this game excels at being a beautiful audio-visual presentation. By far one of the best art directions and presentations that I've ever seen in a video game, period. Not this generation, but ever. A fantastic game. It's a platformer that introduces some pretty cool new mechanics. The game is really easy. I do have to say that, so don't expect a challenge, but I think the charm of the game relies in its presentation and how the game progresses, and just the visuals. The game has beautiful graphics, beautiful 3D animations, and this is a really nice way to say goodbye to the PlayStation 3 because I'm sure it's going to be one of the last exclusive titles to hit the system. So please do yourself a favor. This game is $40 brand new. If you like platformers or just good games in general, give this game a try because this is absolutely fantastic and without a doubt one of the best games for this year, 2013. So Puppeteer for the PlayStation 3. Next up, as you can probably tell from the background and the title of my pickups video, I have the wonderful 101 for the Nintendo Wii U, which is another title that I've been highly anticipating, and this game is fantastic. Again, if you love video games, get this game. It's so unique, it's so different, it's such a fresh type of experience. In today's games most of them are very predictable. It seems like if you want to have a good game with good reviews, you have to make this high budget cinematic production, and the wonderful 101 goes against that. It's back to the core of gaming. Just a unique concept with presented in a very beautiful way. It's really hard to describe this game. It's an over-the-top action game, just like any other Platinum Games. Platinum Games is the developer of this game, and the game has this very unique visual presentation. Very cartoony. The character models remind me of the Beautiful Joe for the GameCube, but the action in this game is never ending. You get to recruit people to join your party, and you basically take them wherever you go, and the more people you recruit, the more powerful your Unite Morph attacks are, and you can have a wide array of different attacks. You can create a sword, you can create this giant punch, and you do that through using the gamepad, which is put to a very good use with this game. So again, if you like Platinum Games or if you like just video games overall, do yourself a favor. This is definitely one strong reason to own a Wii U because it's an exclusive game, and I really want people out there to enjoy this game. So I'm gonna do an impressions video once I'm done with the game. I just started it, so I'm pretty early into the game, but expect me to have an impressions video on this wonderful title, no pun intended. The other title, which I took advantage of a promotion, Target buy 2 get 1 free on Wii U games, and the timing was perfect because I got another game that I was highly anticipating, and that game is Rayman Legends, again for the Nintendo Wii U. Now, I'm a huge fan of Rayman Origins. I consider it to be one of the top platformers of all time. It was that good for me. And so it was only natural that I was looking forward to this game with a lot of anticipation, and I was greatly disappointed when they decided to delay the game. But I think it was worth the wait. I haven't played it too much. I probably put like 2 hours into the game, but same deal as Origin. You have a beautiful looking game that has very solid level design, and just the animation. The graphics look hand drawn, but the definition is just outstanding. It's almost like watching a animated cartoon or animated movie, and the game does have a different, slightly more artistic look than the previous game, Rayman Origins. So in my opinion, this game looks better, and the game has a lot of content. Also really cool online features where you can challenge other people. Every day there's a new level to challenge your high scores with other people around the world. So I'd say definitely get the Wii U version because this game also makes great use of the gamepad. I thought at first it was going to be a little bit gimmicky, but it works really well. The levels where you control Murphy using the touchscreen on the tablet controller, they're pretty fun, especially if you're playing with another person, local co-op, if you will. It's really fun. So Rayman Legends, another major release on the month of September that I'm really happy to have. So expect an impressions video once I'm done with the game. And the third game that I got for free, thanks to Target, it's a game that it's also a fairly new release. It came out last month, and that game is Pikmin 3. Now I wasn't going to pick this game until it dropped down in price, but I figure, what the hell, I bought 2 games, I get the third one for free, so I decided to get Pikmin 3, even though I wasn't really overly excited for this game. So I don't really know what to expect from this game. I have never beaten a Pikmin game in the series. I only played the first one, and I did have fun, but it didn't wow me at a whole lot. So I'm curious to maybe I'm gonna go back and try to finish the first one. And I do not have the second one yet, so I may finish the first one and then jump straight into the third one. But hey, it was the free game, so it's supposed to be a pretty fun game once you get to know how to play the game. So that's it for my new releases on the month of September. And yes, guys, I did not pick GTA 5. I'm gonna pick it up when it drops down in price. To me, games like Puppeteer, Rayman Legends, Wonderful 101, they're just vastly superior in terms of supporting developers and just overall fun. I'm a huge GTA fan, but I'll be picking that up in the future when it drops down in price. The next couple of games are games that I got from Gamestop. They had this insane sale where they were selling 3 games for $10 out of a pretty broad selection of older titles, and I'm really glad I took advantage of that. And I'm going to start by showing the PlayStation 3 titles that I got out of that sale. The first one is Bionic Commando, developed by Capcom, and this is like a new take on the classic Bionic Commando from the NES era, but it's done in 3D, 3D brand new graphics and whatever. I haven't played it yet. I don't think the game got good reviews. In fact, I think this game is supposed to be not very good. But I'm curious to see what Capcom brought to the table, trying to revive this classic franchise. So I was happy to pick it up for 3 for $10, pretty cheap. The next game is another game that I was really excited to pick up, and that game is Lair, which is I believe it was an early exclusive PlayStation 3 title, and is developed by Factor 5, which is now defunct. And I was a huge Factor 5 fan back in the Nintendo 64 and GameCube era because I really enjoyed their Rogue Squadron Star Wars games. And this game is somewhat similar. I mean you don't control a ship or a fighter or an X-wing or whatever, but you control dragons. But it's the same concept. You ride the dragon and you fly around and you shoot fireballs. It's almost like flying a ship pretty much. And the game feels a lot like the Rogue Squadron games for the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube. You can definitely tell that the physics, just the overall controlling, it's there. So you can definitely tell it's a Factor 5 game, not only from the controls but also from a presentation standpoint. So I only played for about an hour. I'm gonna go back to it. The game obviously is not very impressive by today's standards, because this is a very early release for the PlayStation 3. But I'm happy to have it because it's an exclusive title, and I love Factor 5. I don't think they're around anymore, so I'm really happy to have that. And then the last PlayStation 3 game that I got was Heavenly Sword. This is I believe this is a hack and slash game, and I think Doomwaves did an impressions video not too long ago, and I was really interested. It sounds like a fun game, and for what I paid for it, it's worth a shot. And again, it's another exclusive PlayStation 3 title, early title, so it's a good addition to the library, and I'm actually curious to find out what this game offers. So, and the last 3 games that I got are Wii games. The first of which is Ghost Squad, which is a rail shooter gun, light gun, arcade type of shooter game, developed by Sega. And this game doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's completely cheesy, over the top, and it's just ridiculous. But again, it's the type of game that it's really fun to just throw it in, play with a bunch of friends. I believe you can play with up to 4 people at the same time, and the graphics are pretty bad, but the overall game it's not supposed to be taken serious, but it's really fun. It reminds me of going back to the arcades and playing those light gun shooters, cheesy light gun shooters from the 90s. So really fun game, definitely worth the price of admission. And then I also picked up Boom Blocks, which is a pretty interesting physics-based puzzle in which you throw like an object towards this structure, and the blocks are supposed to fall down, and it's really fun because as you progress through the game, new mechanics are introduced to keep the gameplay fresh. So I only played the first few levels, and I was having a lot of fun. So I'm really happy to have this game, and it's supposed to be a Steven Spielberg game. So for what it's worth, a lot of people enjoyed this game in the past. So I figured I would add it to my collection, and from what I played so far, it's actually fun. And the last Wii game that I have here is Red Steel 2, which is a sequel to the launch date title by Ubisoft, Red Steel, which got really pretty poor reviews. But this game it's supposedly completely different. It has a completely different art direction, different art style. The game has like a cel-shaded look that it's really cool. Actually, I'm looking here at the back of the box, and this is supposed to be a first-person shooter that you combine the use of weapons with a sword, like a katana, I believe. So really odd, like characters and presentation. So I really want to try this game. I haven't put the game in yet, but it looks really unique. Looks really good actually, and I believe the game got really good reviews as opposed to the original Red Steel, which a lot of people criticized for being a rushed first-person shooter to make the launch date for the Wii. So this is supposed to be way better and much more fun and much more redefined. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this game. And the last thing that I picked up this month is a accessory for the Nintendo Wii U, and that is the Pro Controller. Best Buy had this on sale, so I decided to pick it up, and I have to say that I'm really impressed. This is a very comfy controller. It's really light, comfortable. The only downside is that it doesn't have analog triggers or whatever, so for racing games this may not be the best choice, but for other purposes the controller is beautiful, it's very ergonomic, has the characteristic Nintendo D-pad, which is the best in the industry, and really good purchase. I'm definitely looking forward into playing games with this and giving my gamepad a little bit of a rest. But really happy with this. So that's it for this month of September. hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next month with another pickups video. Take it easy.